Another case of coronavirus in quarantine. It's unlikely to be the Omicron variant.
This is a Tasmanian woman in her 40s who travelled from the States via Sydney.
The small number of passengers on Jetstar flight JQ721 from Sydney, arriving 11:42am Monday, have been ordered into isolation. Hobart Airport is considered a low-risk exposure site. People in the facility between 11:50am and 12:15pm have been asked to monitor their symptoms.
There are no further positive cases today.
It was hoped 90% of people over the age of 12 would be vaccinated by today. Instead,
if people continue to come forward for vaccination like they are now, as the Premier mentioned, we will reach 91% of people aged 16 plus fully vaccinated by the time the borders open.
About 87% of Tasmanians over 16 have had both doses of the vaccine. In people over 50, that figure jumps to more than 91%. In the over 70s, it's more than 95%. But in 12 to 15-year-olds, it's sitting around 60%. At the Link Youth Health Service, staff are working with young people to make sure they have the facts.
Some might be quite worried about the health effects just because of the misinformation that's around.
Really, it's up to family and friends to lead the young people in terms of being really positive, and this is a good thing for the whole community.
The message from the Premier is simple, if not a little sympathetic.
I didn't listen very much to mum or dad or whoever my other significant adults were. This is one time, though, I'd encourage them to listen. It is important to get vaccinated.
While the borders don't open for a fortnight, from Monday, patrons of pubs, clubs and festivals will have to prove they've had the jab.
The world changes next week. If you're one of those people that wants to go and partake in those activities and you're not fully vaccinated, you won't be getting in.
The government is expected to announce next week whether further vaccine mandates will be introduced. This may include the childcare sector. Tasmania is now the only state without a mandate in place.
We know that children under 5 aren't likely to be vaccinated anytime soon. They are the most vulnerable cohort.
I would hope that by early next week I'd be in a position to make that decision.
Health staff working overtime to get the balance right. Emily Baker, ABC News.